Hi, it's Gwyneth on a fabulous Feel Good Friday, helping you to market yourself, helping you to promote yourself so that you find a job that you absolutely love, working in a multicultural environment with people that you enjoy working with. Now, it's my birthday on the 24th of August and I've got something very, very special to tell you at the end of the video. So please do watch all the way through. But first of all, I want to speak briefly about a webinar that I held on Wednesday for international organisations where we were talking about managing upwards, getting to know your boss a bit better, understanding their communication style, so that if you're a bubbly social so-and-so and they're not, that you don't go running in on a Monday morning and they're already like, oh no, please take this person away from me. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe they're really social and you're the kind of person that'll leave me alone. There's a lot to actually managing upwards, but one of the things I touched on was the subject of feedback and making sure that there are no nasty surprises when it comes to that horrible, horrible thing called an annual performance review or performance evaluation or whatever it is called in your organisation. I hate the things. I think they're absolutely ridiculous. Unfortunately, you've got people using them. The majority of managers in the UN system don't have specific management training. They may have been taught about feedback and how to fill out the form, but it's such a subjective process. And if you don't have a particularly good working relationship with your boss, like I said, you get to that 6 months or a year, there can be some very nasty surprises. What makes things even worse is that just recently, in the past couple of years, organisations that you might be applying to, and this happened to a client just yesterday, they actually ask to see your most recent performance evaluation review before before they're going to offer you the job. That's rubbish. I'm sorry guys, if you're from HR, it's rubbish. How on earth are you supposed to get anybody, how are you supposed to instill the confidence in anyone wanting to develop professionally, to be promoted, to go for new stuff, if they're shaking in their shoes thinking, I don't actually like this guy very much, I'd rather not be working with him anymore or her, but I don't also dare to look for anything new because I know they're going to ask for my performance evaluation and they've just given me a rubbish evaluation. It is not conducive to helping people in the UN system serving others. Anyway, there are a few things that you can do if you find yourself in this position. And yes, it requires some action steps on your part. But the first thing you need to do is start with self-feedback. So every day be asking yourself these questions. What went well today? What didn't go so well today? And what could I do better or differently tomorrow or next week or next time I have to work on this project or next time I have to speak with that person, whatever it is. Get used to giving yourself very honest feedback and write it down. Don't just think it, put it down on paper so that you can also revert back so that you're creating a log of your development, of the way of your learning, doing new things and getting better at what you do. And when you're comfortable with that very honest feedback to yourself, then the next step is to start going to your line manager, your supervisor, if you're submitting a report to them. I'd be so grateful if you could tell me if you would have done anything differently. I'd be so grateful if you could please just tell me next time, is there something you would like me to do, maybe structure, formatting differently, footnotes, endnotes, spelling, I don't know, whatever. But then the next step from on that is, could you tell me what you liked about my report so that I can focus on, doing that right next time. Now, in the beginning, of course, the line manager, the supervisor might be a bit, oh, okay, this person, but I promise you, it's only going to take them a minute. And if you can put it to them that by getting their feedback on a regular basis, you're actually going to be increasing your performance, improving your performance. By the time you do get to that horrible, horrible meeting when you have to sit down together and the form's already filled out, then there won't be any nasty surprises and you will have a much stronger footing. If you do disagree with something, then you can actually say to them, well, but do you remember such and such a time when I came to you in such and such a time and you gave me guidance and this and this and this? Because the other thing about performance appraisals is that, so when you have this conversation with a person, assuming you actually have a conversation, they don't just do it all over email, and if you're one of those people, shame on you. But if you're sitting there and then it has to go to somebody else further up the chain, and I know because I had a lot of them to do, that person further up the chain, they haven't just got the PER, the evaluation reports for that particular section. They've potentially got them for the entire department. That might be 50, that might be 100, and that's a lot of documents to read through. And sometimes they are just going to skim and say that they agree with the supervisor's evaluation of the particular member of staff. And that's also not great. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not criticising the managers in the UN. It's not your fault, it's the system that's at fault because of the way that recruitment is done. But if you find yourself in a position where you think, I'm really nervous about my next performance evaluation because I don't know what's going to come up and I haven't got a particularly good working relationship with my boss, think about what you can be doing today to start making sure that feedback becomes frequent. Frequent feedback is fabulous, as I always say. Now, it's my birthday on the 24th of August, and on my birthday every year I do something a little bit different. I give out something special excuse me, to all you fabulous people watching my Fabulous Feel Good Friday videos. And this year is no different. So right now I've been running an offer where you can download some interview questions, and then for $49, which is nothing, come on, you're going to get my entire interviews and videos online workshop course. Basically, it's going to give you everything that you get ready for interview. You know how to answer the questions, video modules, workbook, the whole caboodle for you to get ready for an interview. But if you are one of the first 3 people, and I see the payment notification come up in my email, if you're one of the first 3 people, I'm also going to give you a 30-minute career clarity call where we're going to go onto Zoom together. I'm going to record it for you. You can ask me all your questions, and within those 30 minutes I'm going to give you some very, very concrete pointers, some very, very concrete suggestions about the action steps you need to be taking to catapult your career into a job that you absolutely love. How's that? So the first 3 people, that's what you get in addition to the $49 package, interview learning package. You also get a 30-minute career clarity call with me. And on that note, I wish you a fabulous Feel Good Friday, an amazing weekend, loads of love, and bye for now.